Hi. It's glitching. I can't see what's happening. Hi, hey, hello, and welcome back. Today, before we start this video of me reacting to my own animations, I would like to prove that I'm actually the person who made these animations. As you can see here, little obsessions. That'd be me. As you can see here, little obsessions. That would be me. Further proof, every single one of the pictures I've ever made has that there. Here we go. Here is the original... Get in frame. Here is the original character design for that guy over there. His name is Hero, in case you're wondering. I'm blowing my own headphones out. I've had to refilm this video so many times that the headphones are like hurting me, but we're fine. We're just gonna go ahead. This is the last animation I ever made. We're gonna watch it first because Tornado is being a little hissy-fitty with me and it won't cooperate, whereas YouTube never betrays me. Never. That's why I love you, YouTube. Are we okay? Are we okay? And then YouTube's like, if playback doesn't begin shortly, try restarting your device. Oh, that's nice. That was cute. I'm just gonna replay that because I kind of spoke over it. Reacting to it, I hate how I drew the tanned boy. It was a mistake. This is only about 15 frames, and it still took me hours upon hours upon hours. So one more time for you. You will not believe the struggle I went through. I actually had my mouse at this point. We're gonna go back. I feel like you guys have got high expectations for me, but we're gonna go back, and it's just gonna get progressively worse. I really sincerely hope you guys are ready to cringe your eyeballs out of your head. I did not yet have this mouse. Ooh, where did I go? I did not yet have this mouse. I had the little laptop mouse pad. It was 2016, I had no idea what I was doing, couldn't even draw yet. Oh, it was 2017, wasn't it? Anyway, it was just last year, and I couldn't draw yet. I am not a digital artist by any means. This here is what I'm good at, okay? This here, in front of your face. Hold on, let me put in front of your face. I'm talking to you. Not my talent. I tried it, this is before I even got into art. Yes, in just a few months of being into art, I went from this to that. I would like to think I pick up skills quickly, but let's just admit it, you can't really get much worse than my starting point. Fox and Leaf is probably one of my favorites. Let me explain why. It is a lot easier to wow, rude. It is a lot easier to animate animals than it is to animate people, which is probably why there are so many little what you guys would call furries in the animation community. It's just easier to do. As you can see, it's very messy, not so clean. Only 38 frames. But that's still 38 pictures. Honestly, I spent more time animating the leaves than the little fox. It still took me hours to achieve this, guys. Can you believe I was 17 and still couldn't draw better than a 3rd grader? Third grader. We call it, year 3, grade 3 in Australia, mate. Let me show you some more handy-dandy little animation. You can actually fully see how these animations work with them how they are, so I'm not going to go into them or full screen them or put them up in your face. My first ever animation, 8 frames. It was a very messy, very uneven cartoon girl winking and blushing. I can't even wink. Love you, see you, bye. You know how I used to do that? Oh, I feel like some of you clicked off. They're like, okay, she said bye, I'm leaving. Please don't go. I'm gonna make you sit through the loading page with me. I have suffered enough on my own. Okay, this is how I'm going to tell you about my animating experience. This just perfectly sums up everything I was going through at the time. It is beautiful. A little person, just imagine it as me running, falling on their face, crying and bleeding. It's essentially how animation went for me. Look how excited he is at the start, and there's just this moment of realization. Oh. And then just tears. Silent tears. A stone cold dead face. It's just an accurate representation of my life, really. I started off with so much hope, so much dreams, and I just went smack! Reality didn't come up and hit me. I hit reality so hard, there was no coming back from it. In all seriousness, though, this took forever. And it was actually an animation of my ex-boyfriend. And one of the misadventures we had. I was trying to point out how stupid he was, because he wanted to jump this fence, right? Right? The fence right in front of you. And instead of starting on the concrete side, he started on the grass side, and proceeded to go thwack. Now, he didn't actually cry. He played it off tough, as every guy surrounded by a bunch of girls anticipating his next move does, but I still had to take him up to sick bay and get him a Band-Aid. High school romance! Yay! What about some after high school romance? Will somebody please love me? Now, this one is simply called Nora, and I had such high hopes to continuing this one day, having the other character come on the screen, and, you know, I know she looks a little sketchy and rough, but I liked it. I thought it was cute. Honestly, this is where I finally started to figure out how animation works. I was using it to practice speaking, although should I say hello? Very slowly. But you can see her eyes move a little creepily, to be honest, because they are down as well. And you can see where I haven't fully erased where they were. But I think it's hella important to just make a cute, easy character to practice the talking on. I did this quite a few times. This is the only one I did in color. I very rarely animated in color. It just took way too long. This next one is over 600 frames. I made it for my old YouTube channel. I voiceovered it. I personally thought it was the best thing I'd ever created. My fans did not agree. They hated it with like a passion. Hold on. I'm gonna give this a chance to load. You know that feeling you get when you work really hard on a drawing, you're about like 6 years old, you run up to your parents so excited to show Mummy and Daddy how well you did and how pretty it is, and you're like, Mummy, Daddy, look at this! There's so much hope and wonder in your eyes, and they're like, yeah, it's beautiful, but they don't look at it? And you're just crushed? That's how this made me feel. When I completed it, did the voiceover, uploaded it to the channel, everybody hated it. I then started up little obsessions, and I only did classic drawing, and I wasn't really into putting up my animations, and I put up one, and it didn't get any hate, unlike this one that got like 9 thumbs down and 0 likes. I was like, so, I know it's not a great animation, but I like to think it wasn't that bad. So here I went, draw my life. This is me. I was born with blonde hair, and that's why the hair does the cute little thing, and then, my hair turned brown as I got older. And I was doing a terrible job of explaining this. I don't know what just happened there. Anyway, I erased myself, got rid of myself, turned back to my younger self. I was talking about how I was like what I was like when I was younger, and all that stuff you do. My first word was actually pretty girl, and that's what everyone called me. So that's how this little thing here came up. The point is, I spent hours, more than 600 frames on this, and nobody was into it. Everybody hated it. And I get that the coloring in was pretty crap. And, that was, how similar me and my sister looked. She had shorter hair but longer eyelashes, but other than that we were pretty similar as babies. But, a lot of work went into this, and I just got that dejected feeling. I talked about how I moved, so I basically described my entire life, and people were basically like, your life is not good enough for us. In case you're wondering what this means, I moved from Victoria to New South Wales and then back again during my childhood. It was just, some of my hobbies, like singing and all of that, and I truly thought this was the masterpiece at the time. I mean, look at that. Look at that beautiful... Okay, I get why they hated it. I get that it's pretty bad. But I really did try. I really did try. That was talking about different hair styles and fashion senses I went through. I don't know. I used to have really long hair, by the way, but I really did try, and that's just me annoying people and not being able to make friends. When you tell people your entire life story, you draw some pretty crappy pictures, but semi-decent ones, okay, they're crap, to go along with it, and then everybody just hates it. It killed me. Well, that's when I gave up on romance in books and started doing YouTube. Well, actually, I think I started watching YouTube first. I think that was my drawing of Dan and Phil. And then there's me trying to make my own YouTube videos, and all I did was storytime videos, and I just talked and talked and talked, and people actually liked it. I had more subscribers there than I have here, but they offended me. They did. I actually hated the channel, and its content was pretty much just me bashing myself and everyone I had ever met, and people only liked me when I was really mean and harsh and bitchy and sarcastic, and I'm like, this is not what I want to be remembered for. Oh, and that's me embracing my short hair. Oh, yeah, my catchphrase used to be, love you, see ya, bye, mwah! I start off every video with, hello fellow humans, and then I put in some mythical creature to kind of keep things exciting and jazz it up, and I regret everything. That channel did not deserve me. 600 frames and no one appreciated it. Perhaps the saddest thing about this is that somebody commented, if it takes this long, I hope it's worth it. It was not! I'm just going to quickly talk over the rest of them. So this is Nora in progress, and this is Nora in the end. So basically, that was the design, and that was the final thing. This was just practicing how things bounce and move and roll. Like I said, I normally did it in black and white. Hell yeah, that was an animation of me and my friend. We're not knocking. I know it looks like we are. We're actually doing this. Ba-doop. I want to move myself out of the way. Hold on. These are just some shocked and slightly concerned ice cream cones. I don't know what was going through my mind at the time, but it was something. It was definitely something. I was quite proud of this one, to be honest, until my sister, I don't know, someone pointed out to me that the ear looks like a leaf when it has a little stripe there, and I'm not even sure what she's saying, but it took me quite some time to get her there. We've already had a look at Fox and Leaf and Love Struck. I was so proud of Love Struck. I thought his haircut was cute. I couldn't draw boys yet. We've changed that, haven't we? Haven't we? During my experience. Okay, so I started drawing boys more like this and getting my cartoony style. I was way more into a cartoony, Barbie-esque, Disney-ish style. Simplistic. Once I gave up on all of that. I mean, these are all on the Little Obsessions channels. If you want to see how they were made, you probably don't. That channel was a flop. But, yeah. I got better at drawing, guys. I did. The story behind this one is actually quite interesting, but this is not a sketchbook tour video. So, I'll just get to the one I was looking for. I think I've very much improved on how I draw boys. You can see the hairstyle is still very similar. Yeah, that's because I love short, boyish hair on boys. Short, boyish hair. I don't mind long hair on guys. I'm not telling you you must cut your hair, but I love it when it's just short enough to, like, run your hands through. And this is not me being, oh, is there an appropriate word? There is not. Anyway, I was so proud of this one and the way it looked until someone pointed out to me, first of all, that it didn't really look like he was love-struck because it was hitting him in the shoulder. And second of all, it was kind of confusing because if I was aiming for the heart, which I was not, the heart is on the other side, so really it's just more painful than anything. And they couldn't understand why he lifted his shoulders up, but you know, like, I can't explain it. The moving hair was a flop. Like, it doesn't look like hair at all. But I remember watching this thing about how animating long hair can be very difficult. So, yeah. that's all we got time for today. This is 15 minutes of me reacting to things that probably took me more than 15 hours. Love you, see ya. Bye!